Welcome back to the Chad DiMera channel. My beautiful soap family. We have just received the Days of Our Lives preview for the week of June 8 to 12, and let me tell you, my jaw is completely on the floor. We have to start with the most explosive moment of the entire weekly promo, and I mean that literally. The preview video kicks off with Stephanie Kiriakis deep asleep on the sofa in the apartment she shares with Alex. We see Joy Wesley knocking on the door before letting herself in. Stephanie wakes up in this incredibly groggy, disoriented state, and in a split second, she makes a massive, life-altering mistake. Stephanie grabs her firearm, points it straight in Joy's direction, and pulls the trigger! Can you believe it? She completely throws every single gun safety rule her father, Steve Johnson, taught her right out the window. Now, we know from the summer previews that Joy's going to be perfectly fine. The bullet will likely hit the door frame or miss her completely, but the physical miss doesn't erase the psychological damage. Let's be real for a second about what is actually happening inside Stephanie's head. This is not just a simple accident. This is the terrifying climax of untreated PTSD. Stephanie was held captive and psychologically tortured by Owen Kent. She has been spiraling for weeks, living in a constant state of hypervigilance. And then, right when she is at her most vulnerable, Alex drops the ultimate baby bomb on her. Joy Wesley didn't just return to Salem, she returned with Alex's secret baby, Kelsey. Stephanie is drowning in paranoia, trauma, and extreme marital insecurity. When she woke up groggy and saw a figure entering her safe space, her primal survival instincts took over. But here is the kicker, guys. Joy's gonna weaponize this. Joy has been looking for any excuse to paint Stephanie as unstable so she can pull Alex closer and form her perfect little family unit. By shooting at her, Stephanie just handed Joy the ultimate victim card on a silver platter. I think this was a huge mistake because Alex is going to see Stephanie as a danger to his new daughter, and Joy is going to play the traumatized mother perfectly. Moving over to the DiMera laboratory, things are getting incredibly dark. Dr. Wilhelm Rolf is in the lab with Lexi Carver, and she finally discovers the horrifying truth about the dead lab rat. Lexi realizes that the Versavix miracle drug is failing and causing lethal side effects. Looking absolutely terrified, Lexi tells Rolf that she does not want to die all over again. Rolf, in his classic mad scientist fashion, asks her just how much risk she is willing to take. Lexi makes it crystal clear that she will do absolutely anything to stay alive. It sounds like Rolf has another highly experimental serum that could counteract the cellular degradation, but adding more untested chemicals to her system could push Lexi into complete mania or kill her instantly. This storyline is absolutely shattering my heart, but it is also brilliant soap opera history repeating itself. Think back to 2012, guys. Lexi died in Abe's arms from an inoperable brain tumor caused by the toxic gases in the DiMera tunnels. She has already faced her mortality once because of DiMera collateral damage. Now, EJ DiMera has played God, ripping his sister out of the afterlife just to stroke his own ego. EJ arrogantly thought he could outsmart death, and now Lexi is paying the price. I passionately defend the DiMera family legacy, but EJ's hubris here is out of control. Lexi's desperation is palpable. She just got her husband and her son Theo back. She is staring down the barrel of losing them again, and she will gladly become a human guinea pig for Rolf if it buys her one more day. But what happens when this new serum alters her mind? Are we going to see a dark, unhinged Lexi? Abe has already kicked EJ out of her hospital room, but if Lexi dies again, Abe is going to completely lose his mind. And you won't believe what happens next at the hospital. Brady Black reports back to Sarah Horton with some deeply disturbing news regarding the case they are investigating. Sarah recently lost a patient named Destiny to a presumed overdose. But Brady has been digging, and he reveals that Destiny's sister also died of an overdose just a few years ago. The coincidence is too massive to ignore. Sarah insists that something feels completely wrong about this, and Brady immediately assumes foul play. They are officially teaming up to tackle this mystery, and I am here for it. This is a classic slow burn investigative storyline that perfectly honors the show's rich lore. Brady is stepping right into the shoes of his late father, John Black. John was the ultimate investigator, the original pawn, and seeing Brady channel that black patch energy on the anniversary of John's death is incredibly poetic. But let's look at the psychological layers here. Sarah is carrying immense guilt over losing Destiny. She is a healer, and losing a patient to a tainted drug crisis is eating her alive. Teaming up with Brady gives her a distraction from her messy, lingering feelings for Xander. We all know Sarah's fighting a soulmate-level attraction to her ex-husband. Throwing herself into a murder investigation with her new boyfriend is a classic avoidance tactic. But digging into a lethal drug ring in Salem is going to put a massive target on both of their backs. Speaking of massive targets, EJ DiMera is officially on the hunt. The preview shows EJ intensely quizzing Kat Green about her history with the notorious Clyde Weston. Kat immediately goes on the defensive and deceives EJ, lying straight to his face. We know Kat is secretly an ISA operative working with Rafe Hernandez to expose EJ's illegal Versavix lab. But lying to EJ DiMera about Clyde Weston is the most dangerous game she could possibly play. Listen, guys, I have a massive bone to pick with Kat Green. Clyde Weston is the monster who murdered Abigail Devereaux. He destroyed Chad's life. And what did Kat do when she first came to Salem? She masqueraded as Abigail, emotionally torturing Chad and his young son Thomas. I will passionately defend Chad DiMera until my last breath, and Kat's lies are unforgivable. EJ is Stefano's son. He has a sixth sense for betrayal. He is already suspicious of Kat's motives, and by bringing up Clyde, EJ is testing her. When EJ inevitably catches her in this lie, he is going to destroy her. I think Chad needs to stay as far away from Kat as humanly possible because she is a walking disaster, and EJ is going to make sure she goes down in flames. Finally, we have to talk about the absolute trash fire happening at the Salem Inn. The weekly promo shows Gwen Rizczech furiously banging on a hotel room door, and who is inside that room? Xander Kiriakis and Kristen DiMera. Gwen is screaming, insisting she knows Xander is in there, and she refuses to leave until he opens the door. This is setting the stage for Gwen to catch Xander and Kristen in a highly compromising position and absolutely rip into them. This toxic triangle is pure, unadulterated soap opera gold. A lot of fans think Xander is just hooking up with Kristen for fun, but I'm telling you, it's definitely a deadly business transaction. Kristen is actively trying to recruit Xander to murder EJ DiMera. She is using her body and her influence to manipulate him into doing her dirty work. Xander is playing with fire because if he gets caught trying to assassinate the DiMera patriarch, he will lose his daughter Victoria forever. And then we have Gwen. Oh, Gwen. She is so pathetically desperate for Xander's validation. She claims she wants a casual situationship, but the second she suspects he is with another woman, she turns into a raging, jealous stalker. I absolutely hate how Gwen constantly plays the victim when she is one of the most toxic manipulators in Salem. Kristen is going to eat Gwen alive if she tries to interfere with this hitman plot. What do you guys think? Is Stephanie going to end up in Bayview for shooting at Joy? Will Lexi survive Rolf's experimental nightmare, or is Abe destined for another heartbreak? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this debate started.